Hi everyone. Hope you're having a lovely weekend or a lovely day and hope you had a lovely week. So, Emerin here once again with a small scripture. So today we're looking at God as our friend. God is so many things, and those so many things make them the closest, of the bestest, of the greatest friend any human being can ever ask for. So, what is a friend? A friend is someone you share affection and a bond with, like a bond that is extremely strong. That's a friend. We have best friends, we have close friends, we have great friends, we have long time friends. We have so many classes of friends. God fits in all those classes and even more classes that you don't know of. God fits everywhere in the word friendship. So, what do you need when you're looking for a friend? What do you need? First of all, you need someone you naturally bond with. That's God. You need someone that's going to understand you every time. That's God. You need someone that's not going to judge you. That's God. You need someone that you're going to be able to depend on anytime. That's God. You need a loyal friend, a trustworthy friend. That's God. One that's not going to go shaming you or whatever, speaking behind your back. That's God. You need someone that's empathetic. That's God. You need a friend that's generous. That's God. You need a friend that's encouraging. That's God. And every other characteristic that you want to add on to that, that is God. We have this song of What a Friend We Have in Jesus. It says, What? It says, What a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs to bear. So it's just that part is amazing on its own because we have this beautiful friend on which we can just go to, speak to, unpack our sins and our grief and everything that's worrying us and be like, please handle. The good news is when you give him to handle, he handles and gives you back something newer, fresher, more beautiful. Isn't God amazing? That's how beautiful he is. How is he dependable? If an unbeliever is listening to this, I think they are like, this girl is going nuts. No, God is dependable. How? Anytime, even when you're in situations where you're in the darkest of dark times, God is there to deliver you. In Psalms 34:4-6, it says, He calls I called unto him, I called unto him, he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. What fears do you have? When you're in tough situations, who do you call? Who do you depend on? I depend on God. And whenever I call unto him, he hears me. Because in this psalm, we are promised that when we call unto him, he hears us and he delivers us from any fear. There is no fear that cannot be heard by God. There is nothing so huge that you cannot speak to God about. First of all, he knows everything that's happening even before you come to him. Even before you think about it, God knows it. So just come and talk to him. Tell him, you know what, God, this has failed. This is too much for me. Unpack your baggage and he's going to help you out. He's going to deal with it in ways you can never imagine. That's how amazing God is. You may be like, empathetic. How is he empathetic? Remember, God came in form of his son, Jesus, and he went through all temptations. So he knows what human beings are going through. In Hebrews 4:15, it tells us Jesus was tempted in every way. So he understands. It's the exact the quoting from the verse. The quoting from the verse says, For we for we have not a high priest who cannot be touched with the feelings of our own weakness, but was in all points tempted like we do, yet without sin. Let us therefore boldly unto the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in times of need. This means that Jesus knows everything you're going through, how hard the temptations hit. He knows because he went through them. Remember that time when Satan tried to tempt him? So he knows because he went through it. But guess what? This verse is telling us that you can when you're going through a very tempting moment, you can call on to God to give you the strength so that you can deal with it. Because he knows how hard it is to deal with temptation, he's there to help you. He can like he can put he feels your pain, he feels your weaknesses, so he can give you the strength to handle it, whatever it is. Trustworthiness. Jesus, God, is so trustworthy. You know, our earthly friends, sometimes you find someone and they're so disappointed. Maybe a good friend has maybe said something they're not supposed to say, or they have done something they're not supposed to do, or they have let out their secrets, something like that. Our God is not like that. Our God is so trustworthy. You will tell God your secret, and He will keep it for you until the day you decide you yourself to tell it out. God, even if you have sinned, how? He will keep it as a secret. He will not tell anyone. He will not embarrass you. God is willing to keep everything. Like whatever. Sometimes you've done something and you're too embarrassed. You yourself, you're too embarrassed. God can deal with it for you. We see generosity. Oh God. God is so generous with us. He gives us everything and beyond. He gives us beyond our expectations. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8, it says, God is able to give you more than you even need. Our God gives us abundantly. He provides for us. Remember, everything on earth is His, and that means everything on earth is our inheritance. So everything belongs to us. All we have to do is ask Him, and He'll give us. Can you imagine that friend that you just call on to and be like, hi, hello, God, I need this, and it's yours? That's how amazing our God is. He is so generous, and I just love it because everything we want, we have. He's always encouraging us. The entire Bible, every book in the Bible is filled with encouragement, no matter the situation. God is always encouraging us. Every book has words of encouragement. He's always giving us extra motivation when we are down, when we feel alone, when we want to give up. God is there to lift us up. For example, in Isaiah 41 verse 10, it says, do not be afraid. I am with you and I'm your God, and I will not let anything terrify you. That means whatever you're going through, just turn to God and He's going to lift you up. Our God is amazing. Our God is amazing. Finally, we can wrap this up with John chapter 15 verse 14 to 15. Let's go from 13. From 13 it says, the greatest love to a friend is to give your life for them. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that beautiful? Because we are friends to Christ. He died for us on the cross. Remember, He had no sin, but then He died for our sins. That means He treasures us that much. He loves us that much. It's just so amazing. So as we start this new week, as we start this new day, anytime, any day, let's just remember that we have a great friend, Jesus. We have a great friend, God. He's always there. No situation is too hard to talk to Him about. You can always trust Him. That's it I have for this week. May God bless you. Have a lovely week. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.